how does the process of working through that anxiety, day in and day out, begin to take shape to where it could actually change us enough to where someone could say, I'm ready to marry you? Like I confess, I admit, I don't know what's around the corner, but I'm confident enough to say yes. Or maybe even could you share a story or a scenario where you've seen that played out?
Yeah. So to me, part of what takes away our anxiety, and by the way, everyone experiences anxiety in different ways, shapes, or forms. And it's just a part of everyday normal life. It's like podcasting, for instance. Podcasting feels terrifying when you first start doing it. It can.
Tell us more.
Yeah. But then you start to build confidence. The more you do it, you start to build confidence, right? The more you understand how you work and, that I am a good communicator, or I'm going to learn a couple tips each time and I'm going to grow my skill set. So as your skill set grows, it becomes more familiar. Everything becomes more familiar and you have more confidence.
Right.
Relationships are the same, right? It's like, wow, most people are going into relationship with the same toolbox, same relational skills, the same toolbox that they used in high school.
Yeah.
And so as you start to move deeper and get older into relationship, it's like you only feel the same level of anxiety as when you're a teenager because you have bigger problems, more is at stake, and you haven't upgraded your toolbox. So people can instantly start to upgrade that by learning boundaries, like literally go and read the boundaries book and study it and practice it.
Right.
Learn how to get your needs met. Learn how to communicate your needs in a loving, helpful, healthy way. Take some marriage courses. If you're married and you're like, man, I have a lot of anxiety in my marriage, learn how to argue, learn how to communicate, learn how to do repair attempts, and build that competency. Because most people are just afraid simply. It's like how I grew up, but I haven't grown in competency. And so confidence comes through competency. We all want to be confident, but if you aren't competent at all, if you're not trying, so you can go and declare in the mirror forever about, I'm an overcomer. I can do this. I can win. But if you never try and then learn from that and then try again, and then apply what you've learned,
right,
then you never grow in confidence.
I mean, you have to claw your way out is what sounds like. Like it's an entire battle.
It is, but what people forget is like, that's life. There is no actual final destination. No one is arriving anywhere at any point of life. And I take great comfort in that now because I'm 43, almost 44. Most of my mentors in life are at the later end of their careers.
Right.
My dad, Bill, Danny Silk, lots of these guys, other guys that I haven't mentioned. Every single one of them deals with insecurities. Every one of them deals with fears. Every one of them deals with anxieties on different levels.
Right.
Everyone's still growing. And I'm starting to realize, like, I'm never going to arrive.
Yeah.
So I have to decide. Here's what people have to do. The person that can delay gratification the longest and persevere, that's the people that we envy in life. That's the people that we truly envy. Because delaying gratification looks like, yeah, it's really painful right now to learn healthy communication. What I really want to do is watch Netflix tonight, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, instead, I'm going to take this masterclass in communication.
Right.
You just delayed gratification. I'm going to wake up and go work out for 30 minutes. What I really want to do is sleep in. Well, what you ultimately want is to be physically fit and to have confidence in yourself, confidence that you can do hard things. In a relationship, as you get married and you have kids, like what I really want to do is I really want to be able to be a present dad and to validate my kids' emotions. And it's like, what's the most tempting thing to do when you get home? The first thing that you want to do when you get home is check out, because the kids are friggin' crazy. They're loud and they have so many needs and it's overwhelming. And I'm having to manage my triggers and my anxieties. But if I delay that gratification, if I delay looking at my phone, if I delay checking out, if I delay and I am present with my kids, all of a sudden I'm learning I can do this.
Right.
And I'm proud of myself.
Right.
And so to me, it's like people have to decide. There's no magic pill that's going to come and make your life awesome. There's no one that grew up in such a good family
Right.
that they don't experience anxiety. They're not having to work hard. And that's all a myth.
Yeah.
It's like we all are looking at people thinking that person's got the upper hand because they grew up like, and it's not like no one has an upper hand, but no one has everything that they need.
What I love about this is, I mean, the conversation took a shift because, we're talking about,
Sorry.
no, I love it because as you're talking, I'm like, I want to rip my headphones off and go
Yeah.
through the wall right now, because you're right. People look at their current situation and they say, oh, well, this is insurmountable. And it's
Yeah.
like, no. You literally have to rep it out every day.
Every day.
Don't give me your excuses. You have to rep this out every day if you want to see a change in your life. And so, when it comes to emotions, people believe, well, this is just the way I am.
Yeah.
This is the way my family is. This is how it's always been. Well, listen, I get that it's hard. You know what? And
Yeah.
and you might have come from a deficit. You might have one emotional talent
Yeah.
versus the 2 or 5 emotional talent people, but it doesn't mean you can't multiply it.
And it doesn't even, honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because the truth is again, like, nobody has everything that they need in order to get to in order to just stop and relax and go, my life's awesome.
I've made it.